So, bragging rights. This is one of my favorite topics. Is it okay to brag about something you haven't done yet? That's the key question. We're all guilty of this. We've all done this, right? Where you start telling your friends, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start this project," right? But in the end, what happens in most of those cases? Well, a few weeks go by, you see your friends again and they ask you, "So how is it going with this project, you know?" And you haven't done anything at all. So the whole shame aura comes on top of you, and you just feel, "Oh, well, you know, I haven't started yet," or "I'm still working out the details," and time goes by and nothing happens in most cases. There are exceptions of people that say they're going to do something and they do it. My point is, why even say it? If you haven't even started, why even say it? Here comes the phrase bragging rights. When is it okay to brag? Like the title of the video says. Well, if you already started something, is it okay? Like, for example, I started my YouTube channel. I started doing some videos. Is it okay to call myself a YouTuber, or say that I have subscribers, or say that I have people following me and that I'm a YouTuber? Well, that's a good reflection. Is it okay? Or should I wait until I have, I don't know, 50 videos under my belt and I have a certain number of followers and everybody can expect my weekly videos? This is me as an example, by the way. This could apply to anyone with their own personal goals. When is it okay to brag? Well, it is perspective, right? For some people, if you tell them, "Hey, I'm going to do this next month or next week," your friend can get excited for you. But if that next month comes and your friend asks you, "Hey, how's your project coming along?" and you have nothing to show for it, guess how you will feel, or guess how you will look? Not so assertive, will you? And then you will start losing credibility with other things that you meant to do, right? Then you will tell that same friend, "Oh, well, now I'm gonna start dancing lessons," as an example. He or she will start saying, "All right, whatever you say, you know, you said you were gonna do that other thing and you never even started it, or you started it but you never finished it, you never accomplished anything with it." So my point is, when is it okay to brag? Well, how about show don't tell? This is a famous quote that they have in the movie business, right? When a movie, the plot of the movie is really good, where you just understand everything and they're showing you what's happening on screen. They're not telling you about it, and you're more engaged as a viewer. Right? Show don't tell. I believe we can apply this phrase to anything in our lives. Show don't tell. And it becomes much, much more powerful. Imagine if you buy that amazing car that you've been wanting for years, right? It's a brand new model. It's a sports car or whatever car you might be into. You don't tell your friends about it. You just show up one day in that car looking fresh. Imagine the impact it would have. Everybody would just be blown away if you want to brag in that way, right? Because we're all human, we like to show off our accomplishments to a degree, right? I think it's perfectly natural. But that becomes a show don't tell, and it produces a much deeper impact on people, where this guy's not telling me about what he's gonna buy or do or achieve. He's showing me the results, right? So this is a key factor. I believe we can do this not just for buying things. That's very basic. We can accomplish this for anything. We can use this mindset for anything. The show don't tell, which translates roughly into bragging rights. You earn the right to brag, but not in a superficial way. I'm actually showing you the results. It's a very different connotation. Now, there's one more aspect to this. The feeling and the sixth sense. I'm going to explain. When we talk about things we haven't done, yeah, we can get excited about it. We can get our friends excited about something. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna travel next month to Europe, an example. And they could get excited for you, right? But it's just a temporary feeling. It's a very temporary feeling. You're just pretty much hyping yourself up, but there's nothing real to it. It's a fun thing to do, and you can do it in a conversation, right? We all do it. We're all guilty of this. There's nothing wrong with it. But you're really taking away the relevant feeling from it. What is the relevant feeling of just saying, imagine your friend getting a call from you, or a video chat, and you are in Paris or England, wherever you wanted to travel to Europe, and they would just be like, whoa, what, you're in Europe? That's crazy. That the impact, right? Or you haven't seen your friend, you come back and you show him the pictures, you show him the results of your trip, and now it's not just 5 minutes of excitement. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna travel to Europe. That may happen, it may not. Things always change along the way. But now you have this amazing story. It's not just a 5 minute exciting talk. You can talk for hours about your trip, and it just becomes a whole different experience. That is bragging rights, in my opinion. Well, you earn the right to brag, so to speak. It's just perspective in the end. This is my perspective of bragging rights, and is it okay to brag? I think there's one thing we should keep in mind. A very different feeling saying I'm going to do something, saying I am doing something, present continuous, or guess what? I did this. Check it out. This is the results. What do you think? There's three different feelings, completely different feelings. And I think if we are able to understand this, we can give things a different energy depending on how important it is, right? If it's a personal project, something that is very dear and near to your heart, you might want to not say anything about it until you've already started doing it. That could imply support, that could also imply criticism, but that's part of life. We just have to learn how to deal with it, and I have my own point of view on that topic, which I'm sure I'll be sharing with all of you guys. But bragging rights. Remember, there are three whole different feelings. There's a whole different feeling from saying I'm going to do something, from saying I'm already doing this, and from saying I did it. I did it. Check out the result. And now this plays directly into our credibility. I'm sure we all have this friend or the colleague that's always talking about things they're going to do, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to travel. I'm going to take up guitar lessons. I'm going to do this. You see that beautiful girl? She's going to be my girlfriend. Things that they want to do. It gets to a point where, my friend, you haven't done anything. And you lose credibility. We all know people like this. It's a common trait. Let's be careful not to become one of those people, right? Not to fall into that game. I think it's much better to strive for the type of person where you're not talking about things you're going to do. You can talk about things you're already doing, which gives a whole different feeling, but without the bragging factor. Hey, guess what? I'm doing this. I'm excited. I've seen some progress, but not check it out. This is what I've done. That's the bragging rights. That's when it's said and done. I did it. So it's something to keep in mind. The different feelings of wanting to do something, already doing something, and already did it.